Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and we're here today to do a TCTC. I think we are on 30, I don't know, 34, I have no idea. Between the Marguerite Miller being on 30 and these, I know I'm in the 30s somewhere with number of TCTC things I have, but it'll be on the description of the video. So anyway, if that even matters. So it's the Colossal Tome of Concepts, and this is mine, and I'm just using a binder, and a lot of you have already seen this, I know, but a lot of people are new, so they like to see what's happening, you know. So this is a challenge that was started by Dee Dee Farago. She has a YouTube channel, and I always link it in the description box below my TCTC videos. And she started the Colossal Tome of Concepts challenge just to get people to do like an idea journal. And you can either do a regular like fancy decorated journal with your ideas in it. That's kind of what Dee Dee's doing. And then, or you can do something like I did, which is just a very large 3-ring binder with the plastic sleeves with lined paper, and I'm just paper clipping my items in here so I can take them out and look at them, because when they're glued down, sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what is happening, you know. So this is just the way I've done it, but you can also do something like this and glue it to the pages. That has been there forever. It's a piece of pencil shaving, and I keep forgetting to take it out. But anyway, these are just all the ones I've done. There's a video for each and every one of these. So, you know, if you see them in here, there's a video. So just go back and check out my TCTC videos. And also Dee Dee has a playlist for each person that is doing the challenge. So you can also check out what other people have done. So what we're going to do today, let me get this monstrosity closed, is we are going to do this little thing. And this started by this. This was a coin envelope or pocket type thing, or a library pocket, whatever you want to say, but it was in my basket this direction. And I was like, oh, that would be cool, you know, to have the tag top and then the sides closed. I think, you know, I'm pretty sure somebody else has done one of these type of pieces of ephemera before, but that's just what made me think of it, was it sitting in my basket, and I was like, yeah, that would be a cool piece of ephemera. So what you need, or what I used, is my cut off portions again of coffee dyed paper that I have from my Etsy labels. It only uses like not even half a page, so I coffee dye these, and then I can use them on the back of tags or to make stuff like this, whatever. And this piece measures 8 6/8 across. I folded it at 2 3/4 this way, 2 1/4 this way, just, you know, so you get that overlap a little bit, because we'll put a little something here for it to tuck under to open and close. And then you could put like a little pocket here. I might go ahead and do that, or you could just leave this for journaling. This one's about 6 inches high. It doesn't matter though, and even the folding in, it doesn't matter what size you make the folds. It's just a tri-fold basically with a little bit of overlap, so not a big deal. And then you just cut the tops to look like a tag. So we'll go ahead and make one just so you can totally see how I did it. It's just 2 pieces of this paper glued together, and these may be a different measurement than you know, the last one that I did, because again, these are just cut-offs from doing my Etsy labels, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just gluing them together, and then I'll cut them evenly and we'll fold them up. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm having a good day, just getting stuff done. Ran a bunch of errands this morning while it was not 100 degrees yet, because now it probably is getting close to that. And so now I'm in the house where I intend to stay. So anyway, I hope you guys are all staying cool, or whatever temperature you like most. Some people like the heat, and some people like the extreme like cold snow thing, and I don't like either of those. I just have arthritis in my hips, and so the cold just causes me pain. And the heat, I don't know why, makes me feel sick, and it makes my joints hurt. So I'm just a mess. So I don't really love either one. But I just deal with it, of course, like we all do. I'm sure other people have similar problems. First world problems, right? Just complaining. But it's earlier it was clearer, almost blue skies. We've got 18 when I checked last, forest fires burning in Idaho at the moment. So the whole top of the state pretty much is on fire. We live not in a wooded area, so we're, you know, knock on wood, pretty safe here. But we're just dealing with gobs of smoke, which I know pretty much everybody out west is, because there are other forest fires in other states that are just as bad, if not worse. So yeah, we've got, and it's just hot, so that doesn't help. And I know there's other places where it's flooding. It's like, couldn't we just even it out somehow? So that we all have a little water and a little warm, and I don't know, it's just ugh. So anyways, oh, see, now this isn't going to be quite 6 tall, but it doesn't matter. It really makes not a bit of difference as to the end product. I really cut that kind of crooked, so I'm going to try to get it evened up here. I don't want to cut off all those marks that I got with the coffee dye, but it's really uneven, so come on, it's just wobbly. Okay, so I think that's good. I think these edges are good. So yeah, it's crazy though to have that many forest fires going. I'm trying to think how I want this, because I kind of want these to show. And they're not. Oh, I'm gonna end up cutting those off. So I'm gonna turn it around this way, and I'm gonna make it the inside. Okay, figured it out. I figured it out. And I'm not gonna worry about measuring, because it doesn't really bother me. I'm not really worried about that being specifically 2 6/8 or whatever. I was just trying to give you some measurements if you wanted them, but I'm just gonna fold it where I want to fold it, basically. And you may do likewise. So that's what you have. And then we need to cut, I cut about a 1/2 inch off of this one and a 1/2 inch off of that one, just to, you know, have it so the tag top sticks out. So I'm gonna just guesstimate. You can measure if you'd like with do the whole ruler thing if you want. I'm just gonna do it roughly. Try to cut as straight as I can. But yeah, it's crazy. So much going on everywhere. It just seems like, can we get a break from the craziness? It's one form or another. I'm just doing that so that they're fairly even, hopefully. And I thank you, all of you that have gone over to my shop and purchased the new funky art doll faces. They are really fun to play with, that kind of things, and it just saves you some time not to have to, you know, draw a face and do all those things, unless that's what you want to do. But there's lots of them that you can add hair and do all those things yourself and customize them. So, and then I just go from the corner as we do, if I can, with these little bitty pieces. Okay, and I just realized that's really not even, but I'm gonna try to even it up. Are you talking to me? Oh, no, he's on a Zoom call. I wasn't sure if he was talking to me or somebody else. They both have a work meeting and then they're all going to go bowling together. So I thought, that's pretty cool. Every work meeting I've ever gone to is just snooze fest, but they have a pretty fun place where they work. So that's good. Just do a quick ink. And I'm going to decorate these with my Down by the Sea. Try to get a little package of ephemera made up of that. I can't seem to decide what kind of journal I want to do next. I know I keep saying that and it's been a while. I'm kind of all over the place right now, so until I settle down, until my creative brain settles down, I guess, probably not going to have much success with making a whole journal. I don't know what that's about. It's so weird how it does that sometimes. Other times I can go from one journal to the next and just make them and make them and make them, but my attention span lately has been like squirrel, so it makes it difficult to complete stuff like that. I have too many ideas banging around in there. And then I thought it might be fun. I got these Stabilo watercolor, though, the aqua color. I mean, the Stabilo all pencil that I use, that's the black one that I use a lot. They're all like water soluble, so they react with water. So, but these are their more like watercolor pencils. So I got these on Amazon, and I will try to remember to put them in my Amazon Associates link so that if you guys are interested, you can find them. So first thing I thought would be fun is just to put a little bit of those kind of blues and stuff and just kind of see what we come up with. I have a cradle this color in my shop, and I'm printing one today that's about that color. So this is a royal blue, and look at that blue. You see that it's pretty close anyway to that color, and then one that's this color too. So fun, super fun colors. I was thrilled when my husband ordered those and showed them to me. I was like, oh wow, those are super fun. And I'm just gonna kind of go here and there. However, not really anything specific. I think I actually want to use the side just so that it's a little thinner bits. Just to give me that little bit of a sea type look, because I don't want to cover every bit of this, because I think these are good parts to write on, but I just want a little bit of that, the blues and whatnot. And I haven't used these, so other than I did use them on that face right before I did that live video on Friday. I was kind of playing around because I had just gotten them, and so I did that face, but I haven't done anything else. And all I did was the pink just around her face just to see what they kind of looked like. So I didn't get much done with it. Okay, let's just see how that comes out. And then we'll probably have to stop and go dry it. I also have my watercolors if I want them. But this might be all I need. So I just have watercolor brush. And these are Arteza brushes. The Arteza Premium. This is an 8-round. This obviously would probably work a whole lot better on watercolor paper, but didn't want to do this on watercolor paper, so we're just going to try it on here. I'm not sure how well it'll even do it, but we'll try. I think the black is really the best with those Stabilo alls, or you know, the watercolor ones. The black one just tends to bleed more, like it moves more than these other ones do, it looks like. But again, if you're using different paper, it would probably work better. I know a lot of people use these type of things too with like gesso. It is coming, moving, because there's on my book. It's just not a whole lot. They do color more when it's wet on the tip. I may end up putting a pocket there. I don't know. Didn't really want to cover those little guys up, but I'll have to stop and dry this. See, it didn't work very great to do it like that. So I'm going to try the side of the pencil. Yeah, it doesn't work great on coffee dyed. I'll have to try them again on my art journal or something where I've got some better paper for this type of thing. Do a little bit on the outside, maybe if I do it a little darker. Yeah, just not great on there. Oh, come on, I got some glue on here. We may end up covering a lot of this, but it is kind of fun at least to get the edges. I've never, you know, used these, so I don't know. Does work a little bit better with the, if you use more, because this down here looks kind of cool. Definitely gonna have to get them dry. That's going to be the back. I don't need to do that. My husband is watching this crazy show called Doom Patrol, I think it is. I don't know, because I am not into... I mean, I do like some of the superhero, the Marvel stuff is okay. But anyway, it is the oddest thing. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have watched any of it. Doom Patrol. Probably not. You're probably like, are you crazy? But, yeah, it just is the craziest bunch of misfit. Not even superhero, just... I don't know. I mean, I guess they could use their powers for, like, superpowers, but... yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know what made me think of that, but something about doing this for some reason made me think of that. But it's a very odd show. Okay, I'm gonna get this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and it's dry, and I did a super thin scraping using my card that you just get sent in the mail or whatever. Any kind of flat scraper you have, they sell them too, but they send these in the mail, so it's like might as well use them and throw them away when they're disgusting and throw it across the room. But anyways, I just did super, like, scraped it so that it was just super duper thin, because I love the way that feels on top of that already coffee dyed, and then with the water too and the color. It's just, it feels very oceany to me. So I have some of the bits and pieces cut out from the from the, what do you call it? Under the Sea digital. So here's some of the pieces. And I just am gonna use some bits, like, because I don't obviously now want to glue a whole bunch of stuff on here, but I want a little something. So this is my inside. So let's see, what do we want to do? I think the outside will be like that. Need my bone folder to get that. It wants to just pop right open. So we'll get that. And like I said, just going to use some bits. Don't want huge pieces or anything. Oops. I want it torn on both ends, so I'm just going to kind of do that sort of thing. And thank you for all your support on this kit too, you guys. So sweet, and I appreciate it. I think it is a fun kit. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy it that got it. And I know there's a lot of people doing fall, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should get on that. I mean, I sort of started some ideas. I've got a few things I drew last night that I'm thinking about. I'm not sure how I want to develop it, and it's more Halloween than fall. And I don't have a whole lot of Halloween. It's just that sometimes it's fun to use some of those images. Okay, I think I'll glue that there. What did I do with my glue book? Oh, put it out of the way. Probably should have washed my hands before I turned the camera back on. I always get gesso all over me. I thought it might be fun to put one of these houses as what holds the door, but I think the big ones are too big. So probably one of the little ones. And there's all different sizes in that digi. So yeah, like maybe one of those. Just a little cattywampus so that you can open and close that easily. And I kind of just like it right on that green color. Are you leaving?
Soon.
Oh. Aiden says you guys will be back for dinner.
I think so.
Yeah. Just let me know if you're not going to be, just so I don't make everything, you know. Love you. I'm going to do it a little not straight, even though it's a house and it probably should be straight, but it's cute like that. What else do we want to use? Oh, I thought maybe a little bit of this. This is that paper from yesterday where I was scraping off my card when I made the funny little guys. Yeah, she already left because her and Emily went to lunch or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just looks very beachy, that paper. I think I'll do a little stamping on here too, just to obscure the words a little bit more. If I can find my stamps. I'll do some bubbles, dots, whatever. I think of them as kind of bubblies underwater. Oh, this thing's kind of cool. I need to clean off all these again. Get them all clean and then you muck them all up again. That's not even going to stick because it needs to be washed off. And these are just random stamps that I have, mostly from Paper Pumpkins by Stampin' Up. So yeah, I'm not very much help there, but I'm sure they've got some cool stamps. They always do. Or, you know, you can find other types of collage or, you know, cool backgroundy type stamps other places too. Yeah, I like that on there. You could add a word. That's one thing I do need to work on, is getting some words. I don't have very many of those in my repertoire. I just thought it'd be fun to use a piece of that because it's shiny and has that look sort of oceany colors. Got some tiny little my poor aunt. She was helping me cut out those we were talking to my sister on the phone. You know, I just had it, we had it on speaker. She actually had it on speaker. And so we were sitting there just cutting, and she had grabbed this page with all these itty bitty little like shells and pebbles and things like that. And she asked, do you want all these? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, cut out whatever you want. And pretty soon it's like, oh, you don't have to cut out all those crazy itty bitty, like, you know, rocks or whatever. But yeah, I just put that little bit in there so you could have some seashells in your mix of things. But yeah. But she was very, very nice and was like, no, it's fun cutting them out. So, but I felt bad because they're so tiny. And I'm just cutting out the houses, you know, super easy. I had to tease her a little bit though, like, look at how many pages I cut out. She's like, yeah, I'm cutting out all these little tiny itty bitty shells. It's like, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna use art glitter glue to just, I mean, I'd probably be fine with the glue stick, but that starfish might need a little more help. Its arms. Now how to get the last one right. All right, paper towel. Okay, I like that. Maybe like one more little dealie since she went to the trouble of cutting them, right? Teeny tiny shell. I don't want to use that. My focus needs more focus. That's what I used to tell my son. I heard that on that. What movie was that? You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I know it had Will Smith in it. Karate Kid. He kept saying, your focus needs more focus. It's like, yes. The newer version. Or it was Will Smith's son, huh? Yeah. That's who it was. I thought one of these trims might look kind of neat up here. Oh man, that fits just like bing. So we'll go ahead and put that up there. Like bing, because that's the technical term. If it's like bing. I just want it a little more weathered, sort of, since this is so. And I'm just gonna kind of that way it'll look aged a bit. I think that's fun. Up there, that's what I wanted those to give those to you guys for, because, I don't know, it just adds a little something. Hold on just a second. Never mind. I thought my son had already left, and then I heard the door close, and I was like, somebody's in my house. But it wasn't. He was just now going out, so. Okay, there's that part. I think I kind of just like it that simple. Like, I just love the background and everything. It's just kind of fun. Okay, let's do the inside. What do we want to do to the inside? It would be fun to have a pocket here, and since I ended up covering that with gesso, what I'm thinking I might do is I have these pockets. These are too big, but I could turn this one on its side and use it because I printed it on too thin of paper. So, I mean, not that that matters. You can cut it down and use it as a pocket regardless. Not just because it was printed on the wrong paper, but let me get this bottom part folded up at least. And then I'll just cut it on the other sides and not really worry about. Might do a little gusset on it again, but. Okay. I think what I might do is just fold it and then I'll just trim off the flaps. That would be a good idea. So about there and right about there. Fold it just a tiny bit more so that it's not over these folds. Yep, that will work. So we'll just trim our flaps so they aren't so gigantic. Where did I put my... I hung them back up. See how I am? And I'm gonna do this little cut here so it's not hanging out over the, you know, so you can't see it up the top. I didn't get that perfectly even, but I'll try to fix that. And then these need to get cut off, but we're gonna kind of go at angles. Just trying to get rid of bulk, basically. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh my gosh, my hand. Because, you know, it's not, nobody's going to see it. That's what I'm trying to say. So let me make my dip a little bigger so that maybe I can get it a little more central. Sorry, that was loud. I think that's good enough. Not perfect, but it'll work. Okay. Alrighty. I don't think it's a big deal that that's not backed. I think it'll be fine for being inside of this pocket and everything. Backing it would just add bulk. We're just going to put a little tag in there, so. And the rest I will probably leave. Oh my goodness. What do you call it? Like that, plain, so that you can write on those flaps. Just realized that light bulb's really low right there. I hope you guys can see okay. Okay, what do we want to put in the pocket? We could actually put one of these little houses in there. That would be kind of cute sticking up like that, because I printed them on cardstock, so it's thicker. And then we could put one of our mermaids. I like that one because she's got starfish on her head. I thought that was kind of fun. Put a seashell on here. That would work. Because it shows up okay. I might put a little book page or something behind it, but I think I'm going to put some lines on here if I can find my stencils. Of course I can't right now. I have put them elsewhere. Okay, well, I have that line stencil, and I think I'll put lines on the back of these, but it's not imperative at this instant. I need to print some more of those for the shop. I love that little starfish. I don't think I'm going to do anything to these other than I will add fabric to them, but that little starfish, I thought about putting something there, but he's too cute. Let's see, what kind of fabric could we put? I think this would be kind of pretty with the blues. And those little flowers are cute. Kind of want the part where there's the pink. These aren't exactly fabric scissors here. It's just the one, just this one needs fabric, that one doesn't. Oh, my flower's going to be upside down. Oh well. I think I'll put it on with a staple. Seems to be my thing lately. Okay, so I'll put lines on the back of that, so it'll be a little more, you know, colored in the back, because they're just the white cardstock. Put that there, and then put the seashell, but we should put a little something under the seashell, if I can get a hold of the seashell. It shows up pretty good, but I just feel like it needs a little something under there. Let's see. A piece of this might be fun. Kind of like the gold. Just to kind of break it up a little bit. And that's just one of my drop cloth things from using the gold and the gesso. Kind of reminds me a little bit of sand here. And then I think I'm going to stamp this with just my tiny little piece of plastic. But if you have any other textural stamps, you know, that would work. I just think that's kind of fun. I want to not put it too low. Could kind of squish it a little too. That little tip doesn't want to lay down. I'm going to use this on here since that's a little bumpy. And this is Art Glitter Glue. And this is Scotch Create glue stick is what I use the most. That's my favorite glue stick for sure. You just got to find the one that you like the best, really, is what it comes down to. Just scooted it up a little bit. It's fine. Okay, so it's like these. That little house is going to hold that in a journal. You glue it down. You could make it a tuck or something too, however. And then it opens and you've got writing space. A couple little tags will fit in the pocket if you want to put a pocket, or you could leave this with writing space, or you could attach a little notepad of paper. So yeah, you could do lots of things with that. I think it's fun. And like I said, I'm sure that there's been other people do this type of thing, but anyhow, that's the one I have for today. Hope that was helpful and you enjoyed it. And I did. And we'll talk again tomorrow. I love you guys. Talk later. Bye.